I was 19 the first time I realized my déjà vu wasn't some mistake in my brain. It happened on a Tuesday. I was standing at a bus stop, rain dripping from a gray sky, when the world just replayed. The smell of wet asphalt, a man coughing behind me, a blue car speeding past. And then the thought hit me, sharp and undeniable. This has already happened. This time was different. Instead of fading like it usually did, the feeling stayed, expanded. I knew exactly what would happen next. A woman in front of me would drop her phone. The screen would shatter. She would whisper a curse under her breath. 3 seconds later, it happened just as I'd seen it. My heart started racing. That night, I went down a rabbit hole online searching for answers. Psychology articles, neuroscience videos, anything that offered a logical explanation. They all said the same thing. Déjà vu is a glitch, a misfire in the brain's wiring, a trick of memory. But none of them explained why I could now remember things that hadn't even happened yet. The visions started coming more often after that. Short flashes at first, snippets of conversations, glimpses of street corners, unfamiliar rooms. Then they became longer sequences, entire moments, complete with emotions I hadn't felt yet. But the strangest part wasn't that I was seeing the future. It was that I remembered it, like recalling a childhood memory that didn't belong to the past. One night, I dreamed of a hospital corridor, the sterile white lights, the sharp smell of disinfectant. My own hands were shaking as a doctor spoke words I couldn't quite understand, but somehow,
I am so sorry.
I remembered the feeling
But
of
there's
hearing
nothing
them.
more we can-
I woke up crying, my chest tight with the grief that hadn't happened. 2 weeks later, my mother collapsed at work. I stood in the same corridor, under the same lights. I heard the same words. I remembered every single second before it occurred. That's when I finally understood the truth. Déjà vu wasn't a warning. It wasn't a vision. It was a memory. A memory sent backward through time by a version of myself that had already lived this life. But why? The answer came during the longest déjà vu of all. I was sitting in my room, just staring at my computer screen, when time slowed to a crawl. The air felt thick. The sounds of the city outside my window faded into nothing. And then, I remembered everything. Not just flashes, not just moments. I remembered an entire lifetime. I remembered the choices I would come to regret, the words I would wish I had said, the people I would lose because I waited too long to act. I even remembered dying, not with fear, but with a deep, aching frustration. Because at the very end, I finally understood how to change things. But by then, it was already too late. These memories weren't accidents, they were messages. My future self had found a way to send memories backward, not to rewrite the entire world, but to guide just one person, me. Each moment of déjà vu was a breadcrumb, a chance to choose differently. I finally realized why they were always so subtle, so brief, because if I knew everything all at once, the pressure would make me freeze. But if I knew just enough, I could act. The next morning, I stood at a crosswalk and felt it again. That familiar, chilling sense of déjà vu. Truck speeding around the corner. A man with headphones stepping off the curb without looking. In the original timeline, the memory was of me hesitating, just watching it happen. This time, I didn't think. I lunged forward, grabbed his arm, and pulled him back. The truck roared past, its horn blaring. The memory ended differently. And for the first time, the feeling of déjà vu didn't just fade away, it changed. It rewrote itself. Now, I live with the echoes of a future that no longer exists. Some of the old memories are gone. Others have become blurry. But whenever that strange feeling of déjà vu hits, I pay attention. Because I know what it really is. It's not confusion. It's not a coincidence. It's proof that time isn't just a straight line. And that somewhere, a future version of me believed in second chances enough to send them back. So if you ever feel that strange certainty, that moment where reality feels rehearsed, don't just ignore it. It might be your future self. It's asking you to choose differently. Thanks for watching.